Okay, today I'm going to show you how we make our artichoke hearts and chicken. So here we've got a bottle of artichoke hearts. They're cut in half in there. Drain most of the water, probably have about halfway up with water. We're going to put some really high quality apple cider vinegar in there with the mother. Luckily we don't have to use our other bottle here. But then we're going to put some extra virgin olive oil from Italy. Um, Good stuff. There, I showed you the bottle, really good. You can see what it was, right? Okay, and so now we're going to put a little bit of granulated garlic in there. Now you can make your own however you want to marinate it. You can even just put store-bought stuff, but I like to make my own here because you don't know what's in the other stuff. There's a bunch of stuff in there that you don't want anyways. You don't want the sugar and stuff, so I'm going to put a little Himalayan sea salt in there and some pepper in there. So now you've seen all the ingredients that go in the marinade right there. All stuff we know, nothing you can't name, nothing that's going to knock you out of ketosis. We're going to mix it up really good so that it gets all over everything. Now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to hook this up to my vacuum saver. I've got a little lid here that's just going to suck right onto there. We're going to kick that thing on and it's going to pull vacuum in there. Now you can hear that pulling a vacuum. You don't have to do this, but I like to do this because I can do it 10 minutes before I make my food and it's ready to go and all marinated. But if you did this the night before and just stuck it in the fridge, it would marinate just fine. But it's going to pull all that air out of there and suck those juices right into the artichoke hearts. So that works really well. We're just going to put that aside and get going with the rest of the meal, and when it's time to put those in, it'll be all ready. So now we got a little chicken in the frying pan. This is just bare chicken chunks, chicken breast pieces. I'm going to use this for the video just because it's fast and easy. It's going to leave a lot of water in the pan, so we're not going to get any sear on the chicken or anything, which it's kind of nice if you do fresh chicken because you get a little sear on there, a little browning, a little caramelization of the proteins, which makes it taste better. There's a little bit of granulated garlic again and some Himalayan sea salt. Oh, there goes the garlic, just disappeared off the screen there. And a little pepper. That's pretty much the seasonings we like on it. Works really good. And then we're going to just cook that up and let it go. There's going to be a bit of moisture because of the frozen chicken, so we're going to put some olive oil again in a pan here. Looks like I'm running out, so good thing I got that other bottle. That's the end of this one. And we're going to put some garlic, press some garlic in there. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Squish the garlic in. We're going to put, oh, there goes the olive oil. Okay, another little squish. And I like doing the pressed garlic in there because it releases a lot of the chemicals and lets all the flavors get through. So we're going to saute that up in a little bit of oil for a little while and keep cooking. Just smash it up a little bit just to make sure we get all in the oil. Make sure my chicken's doing good here. Now you can put other things in here too. After we made it, I was noticing it was a little bland colored. Here's some riced cauliflower. I was trying to figure out what to do on the base underneath it because it doesn't have enough vegetables in it, and I know rice is not going to keep me in ketosis. And the thought came to me, hey, let's use riced cauliflower, and we just grabbed a bag out of the freezer to make sure we could do this video. So we're going to saute that up, get all the moisture out, and maybe even put a little butter in it here just to increase the flavor and get a little more oil in there. But again, you can do fresh and just rice it yourself, or you can buy the frozen stuff. It works fine, tastes good. Not as perfect as if you bought all the ingredients fresh and redid it, because of course when you put that brown on the chicken, it's gonna give you a lot of more flavor, which is good. But we're just put that butter in there and start drying that. Hey, you see that salt and pepper just appear there? I got this helper that's helping me out, taking things off and putting things back on. Okay, so back to the chicken. Well, I thaw it all out with the lid on, and then break it into smaller chunks. I like it small chunks. And then I'm going to take the marinated artichokes and I'm just going to pour the whole bottle in there. I'm going to get all that yummy vinegar and oils and everything, and I'm just going to mix it in and let it soak into the chicken now because we want that flavor to go throughout the whole dish. Okay, so we just got to get that liquid all mixed around in there good so that everything gets that good flavor. Perfect. Okay. So we kind of designed this to help us stay in ketosis. It's keto friendly. Um, it's going to be pretty much keto and histamine intolerance friendly. Um, so they worked out pretty good for us. So I'm kind of just patting it all down to get it good and stuck in the moisture. Now we're going to throw a little bit of salt and Himalayan sea salt and pepper in our cauliflower as that continues to steam and get rid of all that moisture out of that. Now this is a big one here. That's a little cube of iced lemon. So it's lemon we squeezed off our tree. We throw it in the freezer and make ice cubes out of it so we can just add it into things. So I did this without the lemon one time. I couldn't figure out why it didn't taste quite so good. I'm going, man, this just doesn't taste quite right. And then I realized, oh, I didn't put lemon in there. So make sure you put a little lemon in there. You probably just throw a tablespoon in. You don't even have to do that. Just grab your lemon juice and squirt some in there. Um, Somewhere between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. Okay, so that's looking good. Um, Now we've got all this moisture and oil and everything in the thing, and so now we need to add something. So we're going to put a little bit of this tapioca starch in there. I let that sit in the water for the whole time while we're doing this, so it's gotten a little hard, but we just break it up and get it nice and smooth consistency in there. You don't put too much water in there. Probably a couple tablespoons of tapioca starch, and you're just going to pour it in with that simmering liquid, and it's going to start thickening. And then we're just going to move the fluids from the sides in to get it so it mixes that thickened agent all throughout the whole thing. And we'll put a little bit more in there. Now I did 2 tablespoons. That usually works for me. I don't even measure it. I just put it in there. But you might want to put a little bit more in there. Make sure you just add it slowly as it thickens. You want to, once it starts getting about the consistency, then just throw the rest away. But you can get it the thickness that you like, and you're just gonna get all the moisture moved into so it's all thickening together, and so you don't have big gooey clumps in the middle and liquid on the sides. So then we're gonna put a little on the back of the thing, take a look at that. Oh, it's got a perfect nap. It doesn't come together. That's exactly what we're looking for. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna put the cauliflower on the plate. We're going to put this stuff on the top, the artichoke and chicken. Let me get a fork here. Gotta taste this. So it's a little bit hot. Gonna have to blow on it for a second, but it ended up tasting just absolutely perfect. Now it may look a little bland looking, but you could add some red bell peppers or something if you wanted to add more color. There's what it looks like on the plate. Tastes just exactly what we were hoping for. If you like this, be sure to click the like and click the follow button, and then you can see some more recipes and other helpful information as we go. Thanks.